Enjoy the wild ass producer.
Hi, my name is Lydia, and this is the story of my study abroad experience with the School of International Training's Program for Development and Social Change in Cameroon, Africa during the fall of 2018. To begin, I'll start with the reasons why I decided to study abroad in the first place. In high school, I went abroad by myself to Germany to visit family and to Spain with my school senior year. Also, I took classes in French and in Spanish, which cultivated a desire to use these languages abroad. From these experiences, I decided that going abroad would be a great time for me to see the world and master these skills at the same time. I should also mention that studying abroad in Cameroon never crossed my mind. But fast forward to my freshman year at Hampton, and I discovered an opportunity to do just that. It seemed like the perfect place at the perfect time, until it wasn't. Two problems presented themselves. First, the unrest currently going on in Cameroon's English-speaking regions, and then my program's low enrollment leading to their cancellation. But it seemed meant to be when my advisor for that program provided me with an alternative option to Cameroon through SIT, which offered me an internship opportunity, 16 credit hours, and a chance to spend a week in Paris. I will admit that it was hard work preparing to go overseas, especially with such a last-minute change happening so close to the beginning of the semester. But I persevered, and my mother helped me to convince my father and other family members that reuniting with my country of origin after a 10-year gap was not an opportunity to miss. While I was abroad, I visited my grandparents in my grandfather's village, Izeka, with my father and my uncle, and I stayed with the host family in Yaoundé, who became just like my actual family. I also spent some time with other family members, and I made some family of my own within the community and with the local school, and even with some girls in the Peace School. We visited the region of Kribi, and we spent time with the indigenous forest inhabitants of Cameroon, who spoke their own native dialects, but still managed to connect with us through dance and through song. I spent a week with a family in the polygamous village of Batufam in Cameroon's western region, which had a lot of similarities to the southern parts of the United States. And I had a host father who shared some similarities to King T'Challa and Black Panther, and I stayed at a palace with an actual king who had 249 siblings and plenty of wives and children. That time taught me a lot about what it means to be blessed, and it showed me that ignorance really can be blissful. In Paris, as a group, we toured the National Museum of History of Immigration. We visited African markets, and we spent an evening with a Cameroonian family, whose familial dynamics I found familiar and enjoyable. I also had the chance to spend some time with my own family, including my uncle and my German cousin who's currently studying abroad in France. When we returned from France, we all hit the ground running with our independent study projects and internships. And I interned with Dr. Willy Broad-Zangwa's organization, the African Network Against Illiteracy, Conflict, and Human Rights Abuse, which provides many services, including education for the poor and partnerships with other organizations like the United Nations on peaceful social development. During that time, I started a fundraiser for the local school I work with on a project and managed to raise almost $500 for them. I also did a bilingual presentation at the University of Yaoundé and about Cameroon's education system to students studying peace and humanitarianism with the organization's school. After the internship ended, we did presentations for the program and we visited Kribi one last time to celebrate. This all happened to be the week of my birthday, and I enjoyed it very much. I stayed in Cameroon after the program ended, and I went to Douala until after Christmas and right before New Year's, and I was also able to visit my grandmother's village. That time gave me a chance to bond with my family, reunite with my loved ones, and to practice speaking French 24/7. Overall, I did encounter my share of challenges, but I wouldn't change or trade my experience abroad for anything. It taught me resilience, it taught me patience, and it taught me gratitude. But most of all, it taught me about myself, my family, and the world around me. I will never be the same.